One day in the middle of the night, I woke up. I was very, very sad. I was asking myself, why is God being unfair? And in that middle of the night, I cried, I prayed, I asked God through prayer. I was so confused. I don't know if you have been going through this, because it feels like God is unfair. God is trying to block all the opportunities. Remember that person that wanted to help you, but all of a sudden, the person just decided not to call you. And it seems like God is aware. Just like the way it happened to me, I prayed about it, I asked God, and God refused to answer me. Listen, I sat quietly one day, and I came to realize that God is actually protecting me. And God is actually doing the same to you right now. Here are 6 signs that shows that God is actually protecting us. I mean, the two of us. Number 1, if what you are praying about isn't coming to pass, it might mean that God is protecting you from something harmful. God is trying to protect you from something harmful. Just because God is aware of our future. God knows what is best for us. That is why we have prayed, we have cried out, but it seems like God decided not to answer our prayers. Now, number 2, if you feel uncomfortable about something you have desired for, and that discomfort can be a sign that God is steering you away from potential harm. Now, I want to take time and explain this. Do you know that sometimes you might be desiring after something, and later on you might feel uneasy, you might feel uncomfortable about it, and that feeling alone tells us that God is actually protecting us, because through the Holy Spirit that dwells inside of us, God actually notifies us with that feeling. And that is why it seems like God is rejecting us. Be patient. God is actually protecting you. Now, number 3, when you face repeated rejections, especially from people you care about, it can be a sign that God is actually protecting you from negative connections. Remember that person called you intentionally, told you that, I want to help you, but all of a sudden the person just decided not to call you again, and it feels like the person have rejected you. That happened the first, the second, the third, and it's a repeated rejection. And you start thinking that why what's wrong about me? Maybe I have done something wrong, or maybe a family curse, or maybe something that is actually a trait in our family. No, I know some of these things can be family curses or traits, but God is actually in charge, and God is aware of all these things. God is protecting you. God is protecting me. We just have to have patience. God is protecting us, and I strongly believe that He's protecting us from harmful connections, because at the end of the day, those connections can be harmful to the calling that is upon our lives. Okay, now number 4, I want you to take note of this. This is very important. If things are delayed, it's often a sign that God is protecting you from rushing into something too soon. Okay, especially in my life. I am 27 right now as I'm recording this video. So what I'm looking for in my life right now, is that I need to establish, to get myself a very big studio, just to, preach the gospel, go out for crusades, and preach the gospel. That is my desire. It feels like I am looking for that things so soon, and God is actually trying to delay these things so that it will happen at the right time. That is the reason why sometimes it feels like God is unfair, but God is trying to protect you and I. Now, number 5, when God leads you out of your comfort zone, it's often to help you grow and prepare you for greater things. Yes, when God leads you out of your comfort zone, it's actually a sign that God is protecting you. Do you know why? Because you are too comforted, you feel too good, and sometimes God have to put you in the fire so that you can be awakened. You can be, and sometimes some of us do not remember that we have been sent on this earth for a divine purpose. So because of the comfortability, the things that are available, the richness in our family, the wealth, the resources are available, we intend to do something different that is so different from the will of God for our lives. And that is why sometimes God takes us out of our comfort zone so that he makes us to feel and remember what we have been sent to do. This is the most important part. Let me just share this last sign. That is the sixth sign, okay? It's actually provisions and protection, okay? When God provides abundantly, it's actually a sign that God is protecting you and making sure that you are ready for what is ahead. Do you know that the reason why I am sharing this sign is that sometimes when God picks you out of your comfort zone, it's because you have everything and you feel too uncomfortable. But sometimes God can also be protecting you when God have decided to provide everything. And that is where the provision comes, especially to the things that you have never prayed for. Okay, God knows that you need it, and automatically somebody helps you with that thing. Especially for us that we are praying for connections and all these things, people to bless us so that we can also move on in our ministry. Sometimes God actually sends these people automatically, meanwhile we've not prayed for them. It's actually a sign that God is actually protecting me from entering into the wrong connection, because I might be impatient and I will go in with some friends and have some connections with some people that I might feel like, well, I'm about to do this crusade, I'm about to do all these things, and at the end of the day, God will not love that I will enter into those bad connections or into those bad company, and God will intentionally provide all these things for me, okay, so that I will be delivered. And that's a great sign that God is actually protecting us. I strongly believe that you were blessed by this video. I just do not know what you are going through, but I am assuring you, God is trying to protect you. Anyway, my name is Rabbi Godson. If you really want to grow in your Christian faith and also have a deeper relationship with the Holy Spirit, I am encouraging you to subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss my next video. And please remember to like this video. Doing this actually helps this video a lot. God richly bless you. Thank you so much. Now, if you have been going through repeated rejections and you have seen that these things are actually real, I am encouraging that you watch this video, okay? These are some of the reasons why Christians actually go through rejections. Please watch out this video, and I promise you that this video will actually help you with exactly the reasons why you might be going through that constant rejection, okay? God richly bless you, and I will see you in my next video. I love you. Bye-bye.